What is going on there, guys? Xeno the Gamer here. Welcome back to another amazing video. And today we have a very special gameplay series for today. I finally got my hands on Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. So, for those of you who don't know, Doki Doki Literature Club is a horror simulation game where you have to pick write poetry, do a bunch of other stuff, and the story I heard gets pretty screwed up at certain points. And there's actually different endings depending on what you do. And believe it or not, with the Doki Doki Literature Plus, you actually get additional content, even side stories once you get to a certain point in the main game. So I thought, why not give this game a chance? I've never played this game, even back in 2016 where it was first released. This is actually a re-release. And I thought, why not get my feet wet in the world of horror games with something a bit more lighthearted, I guess. So, welcome back to another gameplay series, but this time we're entering into the deep, dark world of Doki Doki Literature Club. Let's go. Alright, here we go. I gotta put my headphones on for this. Alright. Yeah. I love it how, like, it shows up like a classic computer screen. Oh, by the way, I never showed you guys the goodies that come in here. We got like a little card in here. We got a bunch of goodies in here, as you can see. Alright. Log in. It brings us to a main menu of sorts. We got the files, which let me just minimize my window for a brief second. There we go. So as you can see, you got the characters. You got Monika, Natsuki, Sayori, and Yuri. All of them are their own files, which I think has to do something with the game later on. All right, we got the game. We got saves. We got all this stuff. We got all this. It's so crazy that like they actually like made sure that like everything was like in its own files. Alrighty. Here we go. This game is not suitable for children who are easily disturbed. Alright. There we go. There it is. I'm so scared right now. I don't know what's gonna happen. Alright, we're gonna start a new game. Please enter your name. Only use letters, hyphens, and apostrophes. Okay, so of course, my name is going to be Xeno. Perfect. Okay. That was weird. Hey! I see another annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air, and she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up with me. I overslept again! But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. And don't say it like that, you're thinking you're ignoring me. That's mean, Xeno. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, I don't want to think that we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you didn't have it to be mean even if you wanted to. Whatever you say, Sayori. By the way, Xeno, have you ever decided to join a club yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did. In one of our conversations where I dismissively go along in whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me. I'm perfectly content just by getting by on the average, but while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about I was talking about how I'm worried about you won't learn to socialize or have any skills before college.
Bruh.
Your happiness is really important to me, you know. I'm happy, and I know you're happy now, but I died at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years, not used to the world. What is this, frickin' Konosuba? You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Well, you at least promised me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why did I get myself lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised to even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come in the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I just see you sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know... You know what? Well, you can come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie! Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Oh boy. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure that she only did this because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she's the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. Oh my god. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori's that much of an airhead or if she's cunning as plan all this out. I laid out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yay, let's go! Alright, here we go. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Oh my gosh. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings the door open to the classroom door. Everyone, new club members here. I told you, don't call me a new member. Eh? I glanced around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Hey, Xeno! What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I didn't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly in my ear, then turns back to the other girls. Anyway, that's Natsuki, always full of energy. This is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people with Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's nice to see you again, Xeno. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we're in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, and athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. Come sit down, Xeno. We made room for you at the table so you could sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. And how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged for them to form a table. As Yuri mentioned, it's been widened so it's one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens a closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Okay, good. Natsuki proudly marches back at the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil of the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like cute little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icings, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one, then Monika, then I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around with my fingers, looking at the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made this myself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Oh, it's Tinsadiri. Haven't I heard this somewhere? Made them for you. I made them for you or anything. Eh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe, but not for you, dummy. Alright, alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each one of us. Oh my god. Ugh. Before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not it. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe in you. I believe in you. Well, tea and reading may not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles in relief to herself. Monika raises an eyebrow and smiles at me. So, what did make you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined the club yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club as fun and exciting for everybody. Monika, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be the board member for any of the major clubs. Were you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for the events. True, that's true. Believe it or not, I was actually a class representative back in middle school, and we couldn't really do anything because our budget was so bad. Because I was in a charter school, a very bad charter school. Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth and with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori might have convinced me to stop by, but I never made this decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose the train of thought. I'll smile. All four girls stare blank at me with dejected eyes, but I'm sorry. I thought, Xeno, you all. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make clear-headed decisions when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yay! I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came by for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed. Then it makes us all official. Welcome to the literature club. Ah, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring into the next meeting so we could all share. Monika looks at me once more. Xeno, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress a class sergeant Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Xeno, since we're already here, did you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stay after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls, Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day in after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright! I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh, okay. It's time to write a poem. Pick words that you think your favorite club member will like. Something might good happen whoever likes your poem the most. Oh my gosh. This is gonna take a bit of time. I'm thinking. Extreme party, holiday, clumsy, love, calm, philosophy, swimsuit, massacre, anxiety.
A few moments later.
Memories. Alright. Let's see what happens. Alright. Hi again, Xeno. Glad you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a bit strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Lurch Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Xeno. I hope this isn't overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't want to join any clubs yet this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you just plan to come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps a manga collection in a club room. Natsuki finds herself between saying Monika and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki pops back in her seat. Don't worry, guys. Xeno always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with the busy work without even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. You almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends then, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Xeno can be good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situations you just put me into. Oh, Yuri, you even brought something. You brought something today with you, you know. But wait, Sayori, me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess it means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal for you if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches in her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it'll keep your attention even if you usually don't read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book that she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take out the book. Phew. You could read it, well, you could read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think of it. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem the case. Sayori and Monika are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet. Man, it looks like nobody wants to be bothered today. I slumped down on the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy with myself something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book that Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read it. I could probably fall asleep right now. Still, I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any sort of motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that is why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what things will be like to see the world through her eyes. Wah! I open her eyes, find Sayori's face fulfilling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait, actually I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in the club, you have less time for anime, you know? You're gonna have to get used to it. Don't say that out loud! I glanced out my shoulder to see Monika overheard. It's true, though. Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. That's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out better for me than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Eh? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Eh? Sayori glances around to herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is still sticking out all around here. Ah. I run my fingertips through the side of Sayori's hair trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. It's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. There's toothpaste stain in your collar right there. I try to wipe it off with stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Unfortunately, I don't really care about that. That's just, you meanie. You don't even keep your blazer button up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you not have a boy? Ooh, Sigma male moment. Oh my gosh. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Eh? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I started to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend to help me with these kinds of things. Eh? Don't say that. You make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. This button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? Oh no. I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? I did it when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed it sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that out loud. I just took a screenshot on a complete accident. Anyway, you look much better now, so... why does it feel so strange to see Sayori's blazer button up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayori unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew, that's much better. Sayori puts her arms and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I will get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? Why are you saying that that's like a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, he wouldn't even let you do things like this. You would take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying embarrassing things! Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just try to focus on waking up a little bit earlier. Only if you focus on getting on to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. I guess we are really better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Aw, but I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Eh? Monika suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems that we wrote now? Yay! Xeno, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write the poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Who should I show off my poem to first? This is hard. Let's go Sayori first. I'm definitely most comfortable with sharing with you Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Xeno. Eh? I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer, Sayori. You must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I don't have any idea what I like either. Other people, you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Xeno poem. And it makes it feel extra special. Like you put your feelings into it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy that you wrote this one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact I'm standing in front of you in the classic club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Xeno. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something only really good people that would do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees a full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'll hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Alright, here we go. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed. Making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out to play? Are you trusting me to wish away a raining day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you. If it weren't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Natsuki, that's just a get. Oh, I'm saying the wrong thing. Did you wait until this morning to write it? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least it makes me feel a bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I'd still try my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how I should put it. It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I got all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thank you for showing me. This was so much fun. Monika's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. I guess I'll look forward to it. Who should I show my poem to next? Let's go to Yuri next. We're gonna do Yuri next. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes by, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem too, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that might be after reading it though. So it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I can't help but notice it's been several minutes we haven't really gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. Ghost under light. Okay. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to withstand the test of time. The last to be replaced by a sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm breathing air of the present, but living in the past. Light flickens. I flicker back. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking of that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I don't read script very often. In fact, I think your handwriting's very pretty. That's a relief. I also liked your poem. Even though it's a bit short, it was very descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since our first time sharing, I have wanted to write something a little bit more mild. Something easily to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about the ghost after all, Xeno. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But do you remember that poets express their own thoughts, feelings, and experience in their work? They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering on her last remaining piece of comfort, unable to let go of her past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a solemn putting away way of thinking it. I haven't thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember, it won't be long before you pick up on those things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Alright. Who should I show my poem to next? I'm gonna do Monika next. Natsuki last. Hey, hey Xeno, having a good time thus far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, have you ever made any suggestions for the club, like activities or things we could do better? I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring these things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I have to. Don't worry, Xeno. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? It's the sort of barrier we all have to learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something like Sayori would write. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had sort of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Maybe, well, that may be the case. But there's also similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like you two really care about each other's well-beings. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So the kind of vibe we get from reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has a sort of gentle feel to it. I can tell that exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that something so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each other's own. You shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could be a while before I feel comfortable doing things like this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way it's the best way that the things that kind of Alright. Everyone else might be a bit biased towards their own styles, but I always help to find whatever suits you best. So don't force yourself to write the way that everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you having to worry to impress them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction that sparkles protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No! I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas. Already scorched with a permanent copy of a meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole in infinite choices. I realize now I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he was on the other side looking in. So, what did you think? It's very freeform, as like you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. It's the kind of style that's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems putting a lot of emphasis between timings between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be very powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say I have a kind of epiphany recently. I've been influencing my poems a bit. Epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try too hard to make something perfect, you'll never progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy up later. Another way to think about this, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll get a big dark puddle of ink. Just so move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Cool. Alright, Natsuki's the last one. Well, it's about expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't invoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess it's time to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. Yeah. I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest, I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point for poems to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But on the other hand, about simple writing is that it puts more weight in the wordplay. Like I set a rhyme at the end, but then I fall flat on purpose. It helps to bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is really feeling proud, then I wouldn't take that away from her. Alright! We read everybody's poems. Phew! I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a bit more stressful than I anticipated. As if everyone was judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange pieces of paper, sharing their respective poem. As they read in tandem, I watch as their expressions change. Natsuki eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's in this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly the feeling of giving up. How can this be cute? I know that! I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, so you didn't really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. I was looking for, if I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Xeno did too. So based on that, I gladly give some suggestions on my own. First of all, excuse me, I do appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless I come across something particularly inspiring. Oh my god. Yuri is such a savage! Which I haven't yet. And Xeno liked my poem too, you know. He even said he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested by trying our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Xeno appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. And how do you know that he didn't appreciate my advice more? And that you're full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out my way and make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I'm not the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Xeno started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! I don't like fighting, guys! Suddenly both girls turned both towards me as I noticed I was just standing there. Xeno! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true! She started it! If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the whole point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out for the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Xeno. Oh my god, what do I do? Wait! There's a reason why we have so many deep and expressing words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and the meaning that most effectively. Avoiding them is not unnecessarily limiting yourself. It's also a waste. You do understand that, right, Xeno? How did I get dragged in this in first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. But of course, that's gonna have to be... Help me, Sayori! Natsuki! Natsuki glares up to me, dying of any words I have in my mouth. So instead, I turn to Yuri. Yuri! But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Yeah! Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. So so the two of you keep fighting, even though you're making it. Oh my gosh, Xeno. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair to inject others to affect their own feelings. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a suck of a jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that got her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Oh, I just made it worse. I just made it worse. Are you even listening to yourself? That's exactly why. Exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems are amazing because they give you feelings, but just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone is so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yuri's boobs are the same as they always are. Big and beautiful. Sayori. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Yuri's vice president. I whisper to Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, so I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I can't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I could blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess it means that Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but she sometimes is weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. She's a genuine person that such a genuine person does make a really good president regardless of what she says. Only if I could get the chance to talk to her a bit more. Okay, everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How'd you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Xeno, what about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk to everybody. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your problems will turn out even better. I think to myself, did I learn a little bit more about the kinds of poems everyone likes? With any luck, that means I could do at least a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nodded myself with a newfound determination. Xeno, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It's truly been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm enjoying it either. Well then, what an interesting term of events. So far, it's just been nothing but cute things and some interesting language. Nothing really that major for right now. I'm really surprised, but I'm sure things will turn. I did save my game, so we'll cap things off from our last save point. And I'm going to be making part 2 tomorrow. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, hit that bell, and stay tuned for Doki Doki Literature Club Part 2. And of course, Legend of Dark Witch Part 2 coming up here relatively soon. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.